And we are back. Another beautiful day at the Waterboyz show, man. Another beautiful day in the city of Atlanta, man. Before we even get started, we always taking care of this house business, man. And so everybody out there, man, please, this that time we talk about that digital currency where you show us love, show us that support. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, wherever you getting this audio. Make sure you leave us some comments, leave us a 5-star rating. Believe it or not, I said every last episode, it helps people find the show. So if you want to continue to support this show that talks about these blood pressure birds and everything in the city of Atlanta, make sure you do that. And after that, man, y'all scroll on over to 285clothing.com. That's 285clothing.com. Get you some of that Waterboyz show merch. Get you some of that Atlanta culture merch. I got on some right now. Atlanta made. Atlanta will always be in me. Be rich rocking that Waterboyz show merch. And of course, we got the blood pressure birds merch. And for all the people who moved to Atlanta but complain but still won't leave our city, we got the shut up or move merch. Y'all can go and find that. Please wear that to let people either shut up or love it and accept it for what it is, man, and keep loving this great city of Atlanta. And with that said, man, I think we good, man. Everything good with you, B?
Yeah, man. Like I said, it's a couple days to my birthday, so I'm excited about that. And I'm excited about the guests we had today, man.
You're going to talk about that birthday every day,
it's my birthday, for sure.
Every day until it gets here.
Yes,
right?
sir, June 2nd.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think the people know. Listen. Y'all send B Rich something, man. His birthday is very important to him. Please send this man something. Make him feel love. Send him a comment, a like, or something, man. Let him know.
I accept cash apps as well.
Oh, you on that this year?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, look, man. Right now, we sitting down with one of the best to ever do it out the city of Atlanta, man. My personal opinion, one of the greatest lyricists, man, that raps, period, but definitely one of the greatest to ever come out of our city, man. Somebody who we've been wanting to have on the show for a long time. Like, whenever he in the building, you just feel a little fresher. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever he in the building, man, you just, no matter who you are, you should feel fresher because the fresh level just went up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Went up from 1 to, we ain't even gonna say 10, went up from 1 to 100 every time he step in the building.
When I was in college, man, I had got a tattoo of a polo man, right? But, man, he put me to shame when it comes to that polo, man.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm talking about, man, the man who Polo owe a lot of money to, man. The man who had me tripping when I saw him on the horse in one of the videos back in the day. I was like, oh, yeah, Dro ain't playing with this. You know what I'm saying? But, look, man, we have none other than the great Young Dro, man. Y'all give it up. Y'all give it up for Young Dro, one of West Side's finest, man. I had to say that for my wife because she loved any and everything from the West Side.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? So what's going on, Dro?
I don't know it, man. How y'all doing? up in the sky.
We sitting up high. We sitting up high a little bit, man. Yeah, man. We appreciate you coming through the show. We've been wanting to have you on the show for a minute, even though we know, we all running some of the same circles. It's still a blessing to have you come through. We know you got a lot going on, man. So what's going on with Young Dro right now, my brother? What's up with you?
I don't know. So this year, we're doing 20 years of Best Thing Smoking this year.
Okay.
I'm celebrating 5 years of sobriety this year.
Hey, man, look, I got to stop and tap up for that, my brother. And I'll tell you why when you finish.
We can start there. Yeah, man, just been staying out the way, man. Most of the time, I'm just following instruction, from God. You know what I'm saying? I got the nonprofit. It still takes a village where, we're in the communities, the homes, and in the schools, educating and combating senseless gun violence. And also we bridging the gap on mental and behavioral health. You know what I'm saying? I'm out at in Riverdale. I'm at Riverdale High School. I'm at Lovejoy High School. I'm at Open Campus Perry. I'm at Eddie White. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at 4 schools, man. I do mentoring, and I'm really just in front of kids and just putting the story out there, man. And I also at Perry, I mentored the late kids as well. You know what I mean? So that was the reason why I mentioned it, because it was something different for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I really didn't think that in a million years I would be charged with, giving direction to any kid for that matter, you know what I'm saying? So that's a big deal.
Nah, man, and I appreciate, man, you sharing that with us, man. I have nothing but respect and admiration for the evolution. And you said the one thing that we hear in our household a lot. Like so in my household, I tell people I'm man enough to say my wife has been more of the spiritual leader in the household, making sure that we where we need to be, and thanks to her, she got her husband where he needs to be, and my boys where they need to be. And so one of the main things we talk about is instruction, man, following God's instructions. So I appreciate you sharing that and saying that, because it's extremely important to not just you, not just me, but everybody walking this God-given earth, man. You know what I'm saying? That that's we follow that and get in line with what he wants from us.
Very important.
So what I want to ask you, though, about the sobriety, like, if you could give me 3 words that describe how important your sobriety is to you, what would those 3 words be?
The 3 words that...
Like that describe how important your 5 years of sobriety have been to your life.
3 words. Stability. Stability would be one that would describe, because I think, like, when I was in my addiction, I was always here, there, you know. I was never, like, settled, you know, nowhere. I don't think I moved from spot to spot because of hurt or whatever the drug damaged. So right now, stability means a lot. Resilience would be another word that describe it, because I feel like through 2 overdoses, I think, like, you know what I mean, like, and to be teaching children now is just, you know, nothing can break me like resilience, I would say, describes it, and faith. Yeah. Faith shouldn't waver while you're in those type of positions. So yeah,
man,
those 3 words.
I love that. Yeah.
Hey, so I want to go back to the beginning, man. Like, where you from and what made you get into rap? Like, how did you start rapping, man? Like, where'd that come from?
Well, I'm from the West Side. I'm from Bankhead. Like, on the West Side, I grew up Hollywood Road, Bankhead, Etheridge, like Born Home, like everywhere I just named was family there. You know what I'm saying? Flipper Temple. You know, we pretty much moved a lot. And I don't think I just got into rapping. I just think that I was just a music person. Like, cause back then I remember when I was young, I used to listen to like Cyndi Lauper or Genesis. You know what I mean? Or it was almost like alternative music that really sparked my interest, and that's when I knew I was like, I'm just musically inclined.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't say that, you know. Then of course R&B, you know, stuff that my mom didn't listen to, which I really didn't cling too hard to that, but yeah, listening to like Sting at a young age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of music. You know, I remember looking at it and was like, darn, I really like the way this sounds. But we was from the project, so I was like, it's different. I knew it was different in me.
Yeah.
So when other stuff came about, like I adapted to it as well, being hip hop and, you know, R&B. You know what I'm saying? So, but it all started back then. You know, in the projects. You know what I mean? So it evolved into rapping. One day I was at school, you know, and I was wearing my sister boyfriend clothes, his Sherlin coat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I just felt like, you know, they was beating on the table, and I really loved Tupac. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like, and I learned, you know, the things that Tupac would say. You know what I'm saying? And I had the voice that sounded so dominant. People always thought, man, well, that's your rhyme? And I'm like, nah, it ain't my rhyme. I'm like, well, you need to start rapping. And I'm like, I'm cool with rapping, you know?
Yeah, man. So look, we all used to be, well, from our generation. I think we all in the same generation. So I feel you on listening to the different type of music at that time. Like you say, Cyndi Lauper. Sometimes it be like maybe some rock music, maybe some pop that fall through the cracks. Because something that was important in our household on Sunday nights, Case of Casing would be on. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like down here we had a whole bunch of rap to listen to every single day on the radio. Friday nights we had the Fresh Party, but other than that, like you said, we had those other genres. So if that's what was speaking to you, I can see how that started to move you, man. So when was the first time that you said, you know what, I'm about to go ahead and take rap seriously? Because everybody has that time when they doing it for fun and they just doing it for their homeboys, they doing it for their partners or whatnot. But then everyone has that moment where they say, you know what, this is what I'm about to try to do. What was that moment for you?
I think it would be in that high school setting, because I looked the part, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had the Versace glasses on and the Sherilyn, and you know what I mean? And I really admired Biggie and Mace and, Puff and Pac, you know what I'm saying? That whole thing, Nas, you know what I'm saying? Like them type of people. Like, so when I was beating on the table and rapping it, I kind of started to take it serious, to the point where, like, I had this cassette player in my room. It had two tape decks on it, right?
Okay.
So one tape deck was the initial one, and the other one would record from that one.
100%.
And I used to just get down on one knee and make it happen over people's voices.
Yeah.
Like, it was already somebody on there rapping, but I'll hear the beat on the initial one, and I'll hear them rapping, then I'll be like, I could do it better.
Yeah.
And then I'll go in there and mash play on something else, and then I'll go over it. That was so amazing to me to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I remember going over Biggie Juicy. I remember going over I Gotta Get Mine from Tupac.
You gotta get yours.
Yeah, and with MC Breed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember just covering stuff, and then I'd take it out and let people hear it. And then, like, I took it serious, like, right before I got shot. A little bit before I got shot.
Yeah, of course. I don't know about that situation. Like you said, right before you got shot. I don't.
Oh,
yeah. Tell you gonna have to share that with me. Was it still in high school?
Yeah, I was in ninth grade. You know what I mean? So I would take it serious. Like, I hadn't already sung in the choir before this for my grandmama. So that's when I was like, okay, well, I know I love music at this point. So by the time I get out of that, because I started really running from my grandma, because she had, like, bought this piano, and she was like, "You gonna be this R&B singer?" And I was like, and then like I used to be like, that was kind of cheesy to me, like, to be a singer. You know what I'm saying? I was like, because we from the project.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I really, like, in my dreams, I was like, I could see myself being an R&B singer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I really couldn't see it when I woke up. You know what I'm saying? So when I, because I was like, well, I'm too shy to sing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because my cousin them used to make me like cringe a little bit, because they would cry in front of the, at church, sing it, cuz. And I was like, man, I didn't want to sing it. Like, because I still had that manly vibe about myself. Like, I didn't want to be that cheesy. But when rap came along, I was like, man, I think I could do rap. You know what I'm saying? So when I ended up getting shot before that, when I got to a point in my life where I was choosing the street over the upbringing that my grandmama and my mom really meant for me to have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was out in the street. I was going to school. I think I was failing in school, and I had to go to summer school, right? And when I failed in summer school, when I failed in high school, I had to go to summer school. And then one day in summer school, somebody was like, yo, man, let's go get something to eat. And I was like, well, nah. I was like, I had dope in my pocket, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I'm gonna get out. I really got it, you know what I'm saying? I need some money. And when I went to do that, I got tried by this dude. And little beef, you know what I'm saying? Dude really tall, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like, I was like, okay, I know I can't beat you, but I damn sure can go get a gun, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I premeditatedly went and caught the bus, went to Bankhead Court, where we're from, got my cousin, and we went back and we did the thing with the guns, right? And when I say premeditated, I want people to understand that I had time to think. You know, it's at that young age, I had time enough to think, and the decision that I made led to me getting shot and wearing a shit bag. So, yeah. So after that had happened, I would wear the colostomy bag, and you know, I remember it happening. You know what I'm saying? And we're leaving out the apartments, and buddy shoot the gun and hit me in the side, and my cousin shooting back, and we shooting back. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, we had to pull out, take the pistols out the car, throw the bullets out, throw the guns out, drive to the hospital, pull up at the hospital. He jump out the car. We pull up at the wrong the entrance. They like, this ain't the entrance. So while he out the car, I'm like, bro, I'm about to die in here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, help, we need help.
Yeah, so we pull back around. He get back out the car to go get some more help. And I just didn't wait this time. I climbed out the car, thought I could walk, couldn't, fall down, crawl in the hospital, crawl up in the wheelchair, and roll that bitch in there like, help. You know what I'm saying? So that would be my shot shit.
Yeah. It's a shot shit.
So I got a question. Back in the day, how did you end up getting with Raheem the Dream?
Oh, all right. Okay, this is a long story.
Go ahead.
The story is attached. So me and Tip so after I healed up from being shot, I had to do some surgeries because I had a shit bag on. So I would wear this for 2 years. After the 2 years, I would just, I had to go back up on the surgery and get it reversed. You know what I mean? And by the time I did that, I think I was 17.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So by the time I healed up, I was 17 because I got shot when I was 15. So it was 2 years. Wear that, get it reversed. Then we got our Section 8 voucher and we moved to Ren's Crossing. There I would meet Tip. I think I was 17. I think he was 16. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So by the time we move over there, I don't know, I'm rapping, but I'm not known or famous or nothing like that. And Tip is, hustling, doing what he doing. Yeah, so me, him, rapping. Then after that, I know me and Tip was like, boy, when I get on, boy, Dro, you know what I'm saying, he'll come knock on the door. He'll have Doug and KT with him, all of them. He was like, boy, listen, hey, Dro, kick that rhyme you kick. You feel what I'm saying? I kicked the rhyme, and he was like, well, I'm telling you, shout it going, so the dream was for this to happen with Tip. So this was the dream, like, oh, boy, we gonna get on together.
Yeah.
So the powers that be, like, I ended up getting on before Tips because we moved from Riverdale to Summerhill.
Okay.
So when we moved to Summerhill, next thing you know, I go to Talented Wednesdays at the Bounce, and I rap I'm rapping on my cousin Scoop from something. He from Bankhead. Him and Dominique. Dominique had this song. Dominique was one of the first people I knew. Like, he kind of like my cousin, but he was one of the first people from the West Side that had a record deal. You know what I'm saying? So Dominique and Scoop was like my cousin. Like my cousin was crazy with the lyrics.
Okay.
So he was known. He was a popping drug dealer back then. Everybody was young, but they were having real bankroll. You feel what I'm saying? So he was like, man, we had to Bounce Talented Wednesdays. You feel me? The Bounce used to hold. They used to actually, explore the neighborhoods, and everybody who had a name for themselves would come in and rap. So Talented Wednesday come around, and he was like, all right, cuz when I get through rapping, I'm going to let you just do your thing because I know my cousin Pi. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, but you ain't got but like a couple minutes, like 2 minutes. I was like, bet. I get the mic, and I rap for about 5 or 6 minutes.
Non-stop.
But I don't see them flagging me down like, it's over. But I'm just going.
So they flagging you down?
They telling me, bro, is dead. But I'm just going and going. So when I get through doing that, Raheem see me, who that guy, you know what I'm saying? And it went from there.
Yeah. So man, how did that situation go? Like, how did he end up changing your life at that particular time? Because people know you hooked up with him, but sometimes, especially when it comes to Raheem, people don't hear all of the stories and know the things that he did for some of the artists.
He, okay. So
100.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Like Raheem did give me opportunities. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but was that the best situation that a black young man could have entered? No. But it was a lot of exposure. You feel what I'm saying? There was a lot of things done that I feel like could have been done different. Now, what God had planned was, I'm still gonna make him the star on your label, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Out of everybody, this one gonna pretty much stick out, especially lyrically. You know what I mean? And I was seeing online where it was saying like Raheem was saying that he named me, and I was like, this is not true. Like,
yeah, we tell us because we did hear that on the Atlanta Culture podcast. He said that he came up with the name Young Dro, that he named you. Yeah,
that's not true. I'm from the ghetto, man. You know what I'm saying? Dro was something that came through the hood, like, and Lucci Daddy is the reason why I knew the name, and I knew that everybody was in the hood that really was smoking orange. They was like, what orange? Like, it's Dro. It ain't no mid. It ain't, regular. Like, Raheem, he from, like, the Sesame Reefer era. Like, like they'll say that.
From the reefer and pot era.
No, y'all got some badass reefer. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And I was trying to say, like, the time frame don't match. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and you wasn't in the ghetto when this stuff was out, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we was some young nigga, like, for real. Like, Lucci Daddy was real dread, real roster. You feel what I'm saying? And, boy, we used to go down there. But he got the orange, and next thing you know, boy, we spent our last on it. You feel what I'm saying? And it was, what's the boy name with Rough Rider? Young One? My name was One.
Okay.
I used to go by Lil One. You feel me? And then he was like, Raheem was like, yeah, bro, you can't use Young One, you can't use One. You feel me? You got it because it's gonna clash with the guy from the Rough Riders.
Okay.
You feel me? So I was like, I know the name. You feel what I'm saying? And it was Dro. And the reason why I considered it Dro is because I would rather have Dro than something to eat. Like, they asked me like, we used to be like, bro, we got this much money for weed, or we can get some food, or we can get some Dro.
Yeah.
Like, what you want to get? I was like, bro, we're going to get some Dro.
And the Dro was
you
more
know what I'm saying?
important.
Like, it was more important than goddamn food.
Yeah.
So I automatically knew then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's going to stick.
What my name would be. And
Yeah.
when they said Dro, they was like, woo. And then that's because when we used to be in the trap, man, I got the Dro. You feel me? Like, the Dro was like, it was so popular amongst us, though. You know what I'm saying? So I knew what name I wanted to be.
Oh, yeah, and it's a name, like you said, it was going to instantly stick. Like, anybody in the hood, wherever you at, when you hear Dro, it's going to stick in your head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember Meech telling Tip that. Tip was like, this is my partner Dro. He was like, I'll never forget that name. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, so let's fast forward. Leaving Raheem the Dream. How did you reconnect with Tip and sign the Grand Hustle? Tell us that story.
Okay, you skipped the big part.
What's the big part? Go ahead.
So with the Raheem thing, now, I'll be in Summerhill, and I had a hit called Yes Sir. Yes Sir was very big. Like, I remember going Battle of the Bands on the radio, and they had me going against Jagged Edge. And I actually won the Battle of the Band on the radio.
And that's tough. That's tough to do, especially at that time.
Yeah, that's very tough. And after that, I think I caught a charge, and I went to jail. And I wanted Raheem to get me out of jail. Well, that's the only person that I could have turned to. And he didn't, you know what I mean? And when I was in there, you know, I took it personal. Like, right today, I wouldn't take it as personal, but I was like, you couldn't even get me out of jail, bro. And then he was like, yeah, I done spent this, spent that. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, this is the time I really need you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So at that point in time, I felt like I was done with Buddy. I didn't know the music business, but I knew
relationship
as a person, I'm done with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I really need, my family was poor, you know what I'm saying? And I remember Raheem gave me my first check, bro. I cried in that nigga driveway. I think the check was about $3,400.
Yeah.
I had never seen,
hey.
but first of all, I had never had a check before. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say he's accredited some things that were substantial or significant in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like doing shows with him. Bro, I did so many shows with Raheem by the time I got to Rocco, which would be the next person,
Okay.
I was seasoned. You feel me? That's why I credit my birth. Yeah, well, things like you know how you say practice make perfect.
100%.
Raheem had me doing these shows, and I just was able to command. So by the time I got up with Tip and Rock, Rock first, and then I was already. They was like, this man is commanding.
You had already been through that artist development
But I learned
stage.
it, like whatever that happened with Raheem, God meant this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just prepping him up because where he going, he gonna be a great performing MC.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So after I get out of the jail, this was my first felony, transcard fraud. I go to jail, get out. This girl from Summer Hill got me out, named Danica. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Nigga.
I think she spent some money to get me out of jail. You know what I'm saying? Her brother had some paper. You know what I'm saying? My bond was like $6,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That money was unheard of from, I'm from AFDC. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I get out of jail. Now I tell Raheem, I'm good. I'm gonna find my way, man. And Raheem was like, cool, bet. Rodney come. He's sitting down. He was like, he said, what do you got? Following you from the Raheem thing. I'm like, well, I know he got all the music, the paperwork and stuff need to be so and so, so and so. So Rodney was like, well, give me the number. Gave Rodney the number. Rodney buy all the stuff from Raheem, whatever Raheem had, buy me out the contract and everything. I think he gave Raheem like $10,000.
And it's Rocco. Rodney's Rocco.
Yeah, Rocco.
Okay.
Yeah. So he give Raheem $10,000. Bro, we go to Blue Flame. Raheem bring him the paperwork. He give him the money. They sign, and man, that was that night. We celebrated, and then Rocco gave me his contract, and I didn't read it, of course. But I told him, I was like, bro, if there's anything in this contract, to hurt me, like I don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't want to be able, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be nothing in here to hurt me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like me and Rocco had a great relationship and a bond as brothers, and I just trusted that he wouldn't do, knowing where I came from. I just, I'm healing up from a gunshot wound. My daddy smoked dope. My mama done been shot. You feel me, bro? What more? Because I know you ain't about to do nothing to hurt me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I didn't read the contract, signed it, and we just went from there. I'm with Rocco, man, and I think Rocco was just new, and he really didn't know what to do with the Dro, and he took care of me though, like
make sure you were good.
Man, I'm talking about $2,000 gators. You know what I'm saying? Mink coat, mink hat. Man had me in some mink shoes, man. I had a mink shoe that went with the mink coat and the hat, matching, like linen, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I used to get he used to give me like $2,000 every week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll run through the money. Yeah. But his advance, you know how much he gave me for an advance?
How much?
$20,000.
I think Rocco Hart was in the place he just was new. And I think he learned a lot from working with you.
He had a shit ton of money. So he would give me, so after I signed the thing, he give me an advance for $20,000. I would get high and act like some shit, and then next thing I called him back. I'm like, yo, I lost $10,000. He's like, yo, meet me back up at $20,000, give me $10,000. And then next thing you know, I'm running around the city with $30,000, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I ain't even famous though, you know what I'm saying? Then Rocco, we went through some stuff. I had a song with Turk, Juvenile, Mia X, Monica, Jazzy Faye. I did, all of them people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Bone Crusher, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So let me ask you, how did you get involved with drugs, and how old were you when you first started just like wilding out?
I'll be 12. I think I was 12 when I first started smoking weed, 12 or 13.
And then when it graduated to the other shit?
In the hospital, I became addicted to Demerol. And due to my circumstances, when I got out of the hospital, I continued to use.
Dang.
All right, so tell us about Rocco. What was the falling out with you and Rocco, or did y'all have a falling out?
It wasn't a falling out.
Yeah, just didn't work, huh?
Yeah, it just took its course. There were a ton of things that he didn't know that that the game required as if you want an artist. You have to do certain things to push the artist. The artist can't sit for so long, with all that talent. You have to just put the artist out there, and if they refuse to do the work, that's another thing. But if you don't never put it out there, then how do you know it would have worked or not? Mm-hmm. So, but Rocco was a good sport. He could have been more. He could have been more of a pain in the ass, but he just wasn't, and rightfully so. If he would have been, because that's how people are. If you don't read contracts, then that's just what you didn't do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And but he wasn't. By the time, so one day, him and Tip came bust in the studio. Hey man, you know what I'm saying? I need Dro. I need what I need to do. What you need for Charlotte? I go like, shit, man. You know what I'm saying? What you saying? And I saw that. I was like, I don't know how I felt about it being a topic of discussion, even if that's an option. You know what I'm saying? But once it became an option, I was like, because I knew, I introduced them to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They didn't know each other. You know what I'm saying? I would be the one that introduced Tip and Rocco to each other. And when things went, the other way, I think we was on the radio one day, man, and we was on Rush It or Flush It, and we played Ooh We Do Too that with Rocco on the radio with Coco Brother, and they was like, it didn't make it, and Rocco was like, man, guess you gotta find something else to do. I was like, oh, nah, not me.
Yeah, so this it.
I knew that rapping was, I knew I did that really good. You know what I'm saying? So I told Rock, I was like, okay, cool. I'll find my way.
Yeah.
You feel me? And then, and he probably was tired of me because I was doing nothing but accumulating money. He was like, I need to put you on my taxes, bro. but he literally took care of me like we came from the same mother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And to this day, I'll never forget what he done for me. You know what I'm saying?
Shouts out to Rocco. So explain, when Tip came in, how did you get on Grand Hustle?
It was always the plan, and I think KT and Mac really used to tell Tip, like, bro, if you and Doug,
put their hand on Doug, like, don't forget me,
and Doug.
But no, listen, these two brought it to my attention that this is what they said. You know what I'm saying? Everybody probably was like, hey,
yeah, we know Doug.
This nigga Dro. Yeah, like Doug become one of my biggest supporters. So I can believe he said it too.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So I would get with Tip, but that was the whole plan, to always bro coming back. You know what I'm saying? So to be a part of that, I think it was like manifested. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
So look, this is what I want to ask you. Like, so, and for you young artists out there who watching this, who look up to Dro and you look up to other artists, you're always waiting on this moment that I'm about to bring up. Every single artist, when they working, especially when they been through it, they almost got there, they got knocked back down. They almost got there, they got knocked back down. What was the feeling when you finally knew, okay, I got me a motherfucking hit? Cause that's a different feel that every artist is trying to get to. When you know, oh, I got one. Everybody around me knows I got one. What was that feeling, and how did that come about, man? Because we all know the song. So what was that feeling?
But man, before you go into that with the feeling, I want to add to what you're saying. When we're out at the birthday bash in the crowds, like the whole crowd know your verse. Dro, like, explain the feeling into that. Like when you got that beat, how did you know those words were gonna just transcend to what it's become today?
Okay, so I will answer his first because it segues into yours. So the when I really knew I had one would be, we were on a tour bus in Jacksonville, Florida, and Tip played songs off of his album, that was out, or he was just previewing stuff, and then it was like, might as well throw this Dro in and let him hear it. I don't even believe that we hadn't even tested this yet. But of course it was a bunch of girls on there, and it was, all the homies and all PSC and, man, it might have been 20 people on the bus. When Tip played Shoulder Lean, the bus was shaking from side to side. And bro, it was, and when they was like, you gotta play that again. He played it again and it went the same way. I'm talking about all the way to, nigga, we were musty on the motherfucker. The bus smelled like pussy on the arms and niggas. You feel what I'm saying? But it was the humidity from the movement on the bus was so intense. They was like, this it.
Yeah.
This is the song. And everywhere we played it, after then, it spread like wildfire. So I knew.
Yeah, you knew it. Got me one.
And the feeling that, I don't know, the feeling of people repeating it.
But that, the way you came in on that verse is classic, man. It's like one of the hardest verses in hip hop. Mm-hmm. It's like up there with, it's all a dream. Like, it's like that to me. Mm-hmm. Like, what were you thinking when you heard the beat and then just to come in, Dro, I'm clean, and it, like.
You know what? I don't know what pushed me to say my name at the beginning and at the end of my verses, but I think I was like the first cat to do that. To say who I am on a track where you should already know who I am. Yeah. but I think when I was writing it, I kind of like took myself out of where I was because I was in the middle of the projects, right? I was sitting in the 9 over Cookie House, and I was like, where do I see myself with this song? And I said, okay, I picture myself rapping in a crowd of people. And I said, what would I do in the crowd of people? I said, well, I like my outfits. And if I was rapping in a crowd of people, I'd be like, I'd tell everybody to back up and be like, Dro. And they'll be looking at me like, oh, clean in this. You feel what I'm saying? And it almost was cinematic to me. Mm-hmm. So when I did it, I kind of like, it was like a movie in my head that I spoke into existence.
And that, and today when you perform it, like, how does it feel to hear them rap every single word? I mean, I think you were the first one to like put like colors and fruit.
Yeah, food. Yeah. I mean, like, I used a lot of things that we was lacking as a family. Food, color TVs. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying. So I would get that back.
Hey, look, let me ask you this: to the young man out there that goes back and hears Shoulder Lean and he wants to get fresh, well, where might a young man find some salamander sandals?
You know what, bro? I really.
Did you have some salamander sandals?
Yes. I mean, well, it would have been the flavor that I felt like I was exposed to in my mind. Yeah. Which was stimulated because I really wanted to be something different than what I grew up to be. And I always seen magazines. I'm a thespian by nature. That I love movies and I love exploring without going, so to speak. Okay. So I would be in the middle of the projects and I would have these acquired tastes. Like, I would consider myself having tea and crumpets. I would consider myself rocking linen like I was on a beach in the Cayman Islands. You feel what I'm saying? These gaiters I got on. Like I don't only like gaiters. I like lizard. I like you know, these sandals are specially made of reptilian flavor, you know what I'm saying? And today is salamander. And I remember like the little polka dot on the back of, you know what I'm saying? It was just something rare that you could not, could not get to. And I always wanted to represent rareness, you know what I'm saying?
Now, and I'm gonna tell you why that line's so dope. Cause it's a lot of people, it's a lot of us who heard it, and somebody say, "Hey, you ever heard of some salamander sound?" I don't know, that shit sound good.
The face says salamander.
And, hard. And so you look when you can put a line together where people don't even know if you just saying something, or if it's real, but they say, "I like it though." You know what I'm saying? That's when you know you got something, man.
My imagination was up to par. Like I always had, like I always pictured myself in a 600 see-through Benz, and I would call it the glass coupe. Yeah. But you know, this is impossible to do. But you know, I'm going there. You know, a lot of things back then I was saying, like the Bentley truck wasn't out on that album. Yeah. But it came out.
It came out.
You feel what I'm saying? I manifest that. I manifest. Like I used to say, like I'm in a convertible Range Rover. You know what I'm saying? Like what are you talking about? I'm like, just bear with me. You know what I'm saying? And like, so I would always try to say things that were impossible. You know what I'm saying? Man,
speaking of what you said, we all know, man, you know what I'm saying, when you brought up the black, white, and red, you know what I'm saying, now Ryan Dion, man. How important was it to throw one of the city's biggest figures, man, and most beloved people off in that? Because when we all heard that line, but we went crazy.
I'm glad you brought that up. I have a little beef with Deion Sanders.
Okay.
Because I always see him reach back to artists and was bringing them out when he was at Colorado, and he used to bring artists up, and you know, but nobody ever mentioned him but me. In a number one hit.
Dion. We talking to you, man.
What is
holla at your boy, Dro, holla at Doug, man. Get at him, man. Get Dro on at Colorado, man. We need to see him.
He's not at Colorado anymore.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's still there.
He's still there.
Yeah.
I mean, what before he got to Colorado?
He's at Jackson State.
Yeah, he was at Jackson.
Everybody used to be, you know what I'm saying? He'll bring you out. And, you know, it was almost like, I mentioned you, my man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I considered you as a representation of, you know, if you feel what I'm saying, like we always say, man, now around Dion, like not only was the Chevy the color of that, but I was talking about 21-inch rims as well. You know what I'm saying? So it was a double entendre. You know what I'm saying?
Oh and then you said the Ryan Neon, like everybody call him Dion, like you know what I'm saying?
Well, that was a triple entendre.
Yeah. Put them lights off in my rim, now Ryan Neon, like so it all tied together, man. So like I had to bring that up because that's a line that really stuck out to everybody in the city. Which, I mean, you know that. I ain't tell you nothing you don't already know. But that really stuck out, man. And Dion, come on, man. Yeah. Bring Dro out, dog. Come on, man. Yeah. Come on, Dion.
You was on my mind in my prime.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, some time back we had Big Backbone on the show, and we was asking him his top rappers. And he said he could out-rap everybody except you.
He did.
I was surprised. I was like, he really gave you his props. He said he could out-rap Andre 3000. So I want to ask you two questions. First question is, who's your favorite rapper of all time?
Tupac Shakur.
Okay. Now, Mount Rushmore of Atlanta rapper lyricists. Who's your Mount Rushmore? That's, give me the top four.
Can we touch on the subject right quick?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of people in Atlanta, they have these Rushmores, and they say, who's the best lyricist? And then people would give off people that have good careers. You feel what I'm saying? When people's talking about lyrics, we're not talking about careers. Like, we're not talking about how many records they sold or how many followers they got on Instagram or how many Grammys they have. We're talking about the actual thing itself, lyrics. You feel what I'm saying? Like, is this a good? Can this person out rap this person? You feel what I'm saying? Then you're like, man, well, this person right here, he big. Well, like, we're not talking about that.
We're talking about
straight rapping.
The art of rap.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, and we get lost in how many records they sold or how popular they are, and we forget what question we're asking. So when you put Dro up on the board and you say, well, we don't speak of him, like, you're speaking on how many records I sold. But as far as rap, I cannot rap like a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, no shade. It's just
Nah, you can.
humbly, respectfully.
Humbly.
You know what I'm saying? Like you might have sold a lot of records, but as far as writing rhymes go, you can't out a lot of people can't out rhyme Dro. You know what I'm saying? And I think
agree.
people need to get that understood. Now, let's go to the lyrics.
All right.
As far as who I think can rap. And what's the Rushmore?
Top four
Top 4 lyricists.
in Atlanta.
All right.
And then we're going to go overall.
It would have to be Andre 3000,
Okay.
T.I.,
Okay.
Big Boy.
Wow.
Okay. Let's go big. Let's go big.
Let's go big.
Don't you hate it?
CeeLo.
Ooh. Hey.
Hey.
I'm not mad.
Hey, that's good. Hey, them your four. So you say Andre 3000, Big Boy, CeeLo, and Tip.
And so, I don't get 5?
Now, Rushmore 4, but if you want to say a top 5, go
give
ahead,
me one
throw
more.
that number 5 out.
Top 5 lyricists.
Or we can just say Outkast is 1.
Okay, you say
Okay,
Outkast
Outkast
is
okay.
one.
So we
Instead
can
of
say
saying
Outkast
more.
is 1.
All right, you got one
All
more.
right, so I got one more. Dro.
Hey, I ain't mad at that. Dog. Hey, man. Hey, what? You know, somebody told me one time what I heard.
What?
They said sometimes you won't hear no music unless you toot your own horn.
Yeah, yes, sir.
You know,
That's dope.
you know what I'm saying? So,
Trey, you better stop.
hey, sometimes you got to toot your own horn, my guy, or it won't be no music.
Beep, beep.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, now, all time of hip hop. Name your top 4
What you mean?
lyricists.
Oh, top 4. Woo. Nas. Tupac. Biggie. Raekwon.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I ain't mad at that.
there you have it.
Over Jay.
Oh, we're going to have to talk about this later.
I ain't gonna lie, man. So what,
No,
which
we're not.
one should come out? Cause
I'm not in that order.
Yeah,
Not in that order.
Now, once all 4 of them nasty.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a debate to take somebody off. There's a debate to keep.
I would say
off.
Ray off and
You
put Jay there.
crazy.
Ray, dope.
Ray up there now.
Raekwon won Lyricist of the Year.
Congrats. What year, though?
Whatever you like, I
There you go.
don't need to keep telling you I'm a lyricist.
There you
You feel
go.
me? And he won a Grammy that year. You feel me? Lyricist of the Year that with the purple tape, bro. Like, I'm a purple tape recipient. Like, come on with that. You feel
Yeah,
me?
okay.
All right.
Hey, so
I like
look,
that.
so look, do what I want to ask. I asked what it felt like to know you had that first hit. But what was it like? Because, you know, I tell artists all the time, you go through peaks and valleys. All right? And the artists who can come out of the valley are the ones who stand the test of time. Because you're going to have a peak, and just as sure as you have a peak, artists, you're going to have a valley. You know what I'm saying? But the ones who can make it out the valleys, those ones who stand the test of time. What was it like when, you know, you hadn't had a Young Dro hit for a couple years, and then bam, here you are again? And we can go through what songs those would be. From my personal perspective, when you blew the doors off again is when you came back with Fuck That Bitch.
Hold on, let me say something about it. I was managing Dro at the time with Doug. I was proud of that. We recorded over there at Defiant Studios, and we had a tape that we put out. And that song was one of the last songs on the tape. We went to Clark, Atlanta. You remember how Dro told the bus story? We went to Clark, Atlanta. We played it for this class. We played Mitch Match Designer, other songs. And someone said, play FDB. We played that song, Dro. Them kids got on the tables, dancing. Like
within that class, it was just, 25, 30 kids? You feel me? Within that class, within that thing, we knew then.
We knew right then and there.
Knew
You feel
you
me?
had
Like, it don't take everybody to do
it don't
this.
take
You know
much.
what I'm saying? Like, and to be what To Be Rich was saying, like, it was one of the ones that it was. So we played everything. Everybody was jamming. Then they was like, "Play this one." I was like, "It ain't really nothing." You know what I'm saying? And they was like, "Nah, play it."
always be the
You feel
ones.
me? And then next thing you know, I'm back on the charts. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Dude.
So, yeah, it was.
Me and Dro we got in the car. Remember, me and Dro was driving around the strip clubs. and we was working the record, man.
Yeah.
Me and Dro was in it together, man.
Yeah,
and I'm telling you,
we
man,
did
that song, like, Doug came with the idea of doing the redoing the Ralph Lauren commercial. I mean, everything we did about rolling out that song was just beautiful, man. And it just like. I'm proud of that, man.
Yeah,
and like in that classroom, Clark Atlanta showed us, man, like which one to go with. Because I think we was going with Mitch Match Designer or something, man, and we ended up going with that one.
Things that I thought, like, and that's another thing, like, as artists, you're so married to what you think, and it ain't about what you think, it's what the people think. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we choose is what we want to hear. Like, it's sometimes you can know, but you won't know all the time. I believe it's a coincidence that we know hits sometime. But, most of the time it's the one that you're not even thinking about. You know what I'm saying?
All the time, man. Like for any young artist out there, man, look, you may have something already going that you don't even know. You know what I mean? It's plenty of stories just like that where you don't necessarily know. And then so I'm gonna say, I got my boys here today. Christian and Carter, they 14 and 11 respectively, and so they dapped you up, but they don't know who you are, but they know one of your songs. Christian, hey, stand right here where I can see you. They definitely know one of your songs, but they didn't know who they dapped up and what song it was. I used to play it for them, but we used to listen to this on the way to school every morning, man. So Dro, this is the man who made Car Ain't Got No Roof. We be in the city. Like, was that not our song going to school?
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? So how was that when you were back again? Like, it seemed like anytime people have thought it was over for Dro or thought Dro don't have another hit, bam, you smack them across the head once again. And there are plenty of songs in between features and a lot of things that you're known for. But I'm speaking strictly to the Young Dro singles.
That was God. Like, a lot of things that I went through, people, I was involved with people and things that, would take me to different places. But I truly believe God was the reason, or is the reason, that my career was unique in that way. You know what I mean? Like, because I can honestly tell you that Shoulder Lean sustained me seriously to the next one. And it still does today.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, people are like, bro, we got to see Dro. We got to let him perform. Like, but, like, every time it came to a point where everybody was like trying to write me off, they forgot that I was a great artist. You feel me? And the music was timeless. And you feel me? And God just had hands on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, throughout my career. And whatever, when God opens the door, no man can close it.
Yeah. I got two more questions. I know we got to wrap up soon. My first question is, we was eating, and I didn't know this, Trey, if you listen to his first album, he said most of his whole album was talking about food.
Yeah.
he just said things he was missing, like color TV, food. He just said that earlier.
So I thought that was cool. So the next question is this. The moment you had your overdose, what was it in your mind to say, I'm not doing this no more? Like, take us back to that day and what was going on and what happened, and then when you got better, what was the moment to say, okay, I'm finna do this. I'm finna stay sober.
Here's where the walls closed in. I ran the street. I had a reputation in the street for being one of the first artists from my era and my little circle to be international star. You know what I'm saying? Like, this just Dro. He's a big rapper. I'm talking about he run with the big dogs. So I'm that in the street around my peers that I run with out here. I overdosed in front of them. Door closed. Like, I ain't going back. I'm a little embarrassed, but I can't just go back around them doing drugs. Like, they gonna be like, man, we ain't selling you. You feel me? Or bro needs some help. Or they look at me different, right? So I'm like, okay, let me go back. So Tip come. All right, well, you gonna stay with me. Now I'm at the Four Seasons. Like, I'm up on the Tip for like a month, and now I'm back in my professional area. and I'm in my professional area, and I'm upholding, I'm Dro, you know what I'm saying? Like this, I ain't too lost or not too far gone, and I'm trying to maintain something because I'm still getting fresh and I'm masking, you know what I'm saying? So in here I have, reputation, like he can rap, we get high but we don't know what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I overdose in the studio. So now, professional life, street life, door shut. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, I'm like, well, can't even go back out here. Can't go in here fronting. I need some help. Plus, my daughter was using. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it was nothing else for me to do. And I didn't care about these two. I cared about my daughter. And I was like, well, I can't ask you to help me, God, get my daughter off drugs, because I know what you're about to say. You get off, and then I'll help her. But the only way she's going to get off is you're going to have to get off of it. You're going to change, and I'll change her. Because I couldn't do nothing in the world. I couldn't snap my finger. Man, it hurt me so bad to see my little girl like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay. And I was like, man, I say yes to what God asked. I got on the plane, flew to L.A., got the help, got out. And I thought, I was like, okay, everything's about to happen different. And I got out, and nothing moved. And then I said, God, what is this? And he was like, this is the beginning. Now rebuild everything that you tore up. You feel me? Relationships, deals, record labels that you told to catch you if you can, like the gingerbread man. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
True story.
Promoters, promoters that you burnt bridges with, laziness at shows, high at shows, late. You know what I mean? Go rebuild it. And I was like, You know what I'm saying? I really didn't understand it because I thought that once I got off drugs, everything would change. Like, well, that was for your own good. Like, and that's not like you know. I wanted so much praise, and you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, now rebuild the life that I meant for you to have, because I didn't break that. You broke that. You know what I'm saying? I'll rebuild you, but you have to rebuild what you've broken. So I go back down the line. I'm sorry, this and that. I'm better. And yeah, so it's been a journey, and I'm doing pretty good right now. I'm 5 years sober.
Man, congratulations, man. Look, I hope this is not too personal to ask. How is your daughter doing?
She's fine. She's fine. I think when I got out of rehab, a year later, my daughter called, and she was clean. She's been clean since then. She has a steady job, and yeah.
Nah, man, I have so much respect for your journey. I was a drinker. Everybody who hear the show have heard me talk about it. It's been 4 years. 4 years since I had a drink. I appreciate it. So when I heard about your sobriety journey, man, I have a lot of respect for it. You know what I mean? Because I know what it takes to go every single day and say, you know what, now I'm going to move in this kind of way.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, look, man, we getting ready to wrap up. We appreciate you sitting down. But I have to ask you this, and back when it comes to the rap, man, why do you think, because you talked about some of the best lyricists and you put yourself up there, why do you think, because this is my personal opinion, that I still think you're underrated to certain people. Why do you think there may be a group of people that Young Dro is underrated to them? Why you don't think you get the universal praise for being the dope artist and lyricist you are?
I believe I'm underrated is because God is preserving me for what's to come. And I'm not thrown in a box with the average or the regular people that you would throw in the box. He's withholding that for his glory. You feel what I'm saying? So if you don't hear me being mentioned in the regular crowd, then that means I'm different. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you would have mentioned me, then we wouldn't have a conversation. You feel me? So I have room to actually fill that void that's in your mind about me being mentioned with the greats. Maybe the greats start when you mention me, when you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know God is reserving that moment. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't letting nobody see. They're not speaking to him because I'm keeping him. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, and once I put him where he needs to be, all the glory that y'all that he's gonna get, God will be receiving it.
Hey man, hey, enough said. Hey, look, I don't have no more comments when it comes to that, man. That is what it is, man. Dro, we appreciate you sitting down with us, man. This has definitely been a moment that we've been waiting on. We appreciate you sharing your story. We know, you know what I'm saying, that you represent the city, and that you love the Falcons, Hawks, love everybody, man.
Also the Dream.
Okay, yeah, man. Them Dream out there balling, man. You going to some Dream games?
I just performed, man.
Nice, man. Yeah, shout out to the Dream.
Shout out to the girls, man. The whole Dream team.
Yeah, man. Well, we definitely, man, appreciate you sitting down. And if you could, I'm not gonna ask you to give any kind of prediction, but do you think, man, these Atlanta Falcons are gonna have a good season this year?
Yeah, if the Knicks are in the playoffs,
why the Falcons can't do it in the NFL?
Falcons gonna do what they do, man. I believe we gonna get us a ring, man. You know, I don't know when, and I don't know, but I do know that, you know, the tail becomes the head.
100%. 100%. Hey, well, look, we appreciate y'all out here. Be Rich, you anything you wanted to ask, man, Dro, before you leave?
Much love, man. I'm really, proud of you. Having lunch with you today, man. You said some enlightful words, man, and I see great things happening for you, man. I feel like what we do, where we all talked about at the table, you do that, man, you're gonna be larger than life.
Yeah, we'll be doing it.
Yeah, man. Well, it's all good. Well, look, like we always say, the Waterboyz Show, we represent Atlanta because Atlanta represents us. On behalf of myself, Trey, we got the great Young Dro in the building. We got my partner, B Rich, and of course we got Doug sitting over here, man. And of course we got my sons there in the building, man. And shout out to the whole team, Stilla, Mike, T, Terry, and of course old Staring Aaron, man.
We got Big John in the room.
Hey, Big John, what's up, man?
I
don't know Big John.
Shout out to Big John.
I don't know Big John. You know what I'm saying? Big John over there holding it down.
They own Big John too by eating, man. I'm so glad he was with us today because they was off of me. They was on him.
They on you about what you ordered, Big John? We gotta talk about it off the show, man. Oh man, come on.
You can eat the wings. You just gotta take the skin off.
I will say this.
I'm just talking.
I will say this. Now you know, Mellow Mushroom, they bake their wings.
Big John told everybody that.
They bake their wings. yeah, they do. I do know that. Yeah, and me and my sons might go get some, man. Well, look, hey, we appreciate y'all, man. The Waterboyz Show. We are out.
Kill the camera.